Hello, Hudson community, and welcome to our second episode of Beyond the Classroom. I'm Dane Addis, serving as superintendent here in Hudson. During the program, we want to accomplish just allowing our community to get to know our kids, some of our programs that are a little outside of the typical day. And we have boys soccer here with us today. We're going to talk about an event that happened in Hudson that impacted them. We have Parker, Andrew, and Coach Knapp with us today. Gentlemen, I'm just going to ask you to, let's just talk a little bit of soccer. I know we're off to a good start this year, but Coach, just give us a quick little tidbit on this year's soccer program and our good start that we're having.
Yeah, we're off to a 4-0 start.
Okay.
The front end of our schedule is usually a pretty difficult stretch, where so far we've been able to get over the hump against North Canton Hoover. We were able to beat them at home, and Jackson is one of our biggest rivals, and we were able to at Jackson
2-1 victory.
2-1
right?
victory, and that's a really important one because we haven't had the most success with them. They're a really good quality program, and we were able to do that. And then we just finished 2 nights ago with Stowe at our first league game, and it was a good win. So we're 1-0 in the league, and we're 4-0 overall.
Awesome. Congrats on the great start. Andrew, just tell us a little bit about, I know you're a senior. Just give us a little soccer background and how your senior season's going so far.
It started off pretty well with a big win over Kent, but I unfortunately got injured that game, so I haven't been back since.
All right.
I'm looking forward to playing hopefully next week against Twinsburg, which is, I know a lot of their kids because I played club soccer with them. I've been playing club soccer and Hudson United for around like 10 years-ish, so it's pretty important to me.
So you're rehabbing right now, getting healthy?
Yep.
Soccer, obviously a big part of your life, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Parker, welcome to you. Why don't you just give us a little bit about the start of your senior year and maybe a little bit of soccer background?
It's been great. The environment is it's family, and us seniors, we've got a big senior class, which is really nice to have. We're really mature, as Coach Knapp always talks to us about, and it's nice because we're all connected, and we feel like we're always around each other and building off of each other. And I think that's half the reason why we had such a great start this year. And then I've been playing soccer almost all my life, as young as I can remember, with Hudson United and other certain clubs, and it's been there for me when I needed it, and it's really nice to have like a full circle moment with senior year.
I'm glad you talk culture and climate because it's everything. You use the word family, and it's a microcosm of what we try and do here at Hudson amongst our 4,700 kids, 700 staff members, all of our amazing families. So we appreciate that. I want to talk a little bit about August 8th, which ended up being a really just an unusual day in Hudson. I think everyone around experienced maybe just a little bit of rain, and Hudson got hit with a downpour that night that they haven't seen forever. And I'll share with you guys, my phone, I started getting some alerts from our city officials that the storm was overtopped the high school, and all of a sudden we had a number of residents just experiencing major flooding, a major storm. And then, after it subsided, a lot of them were forced to do cleanup, which is really the reason that you're here today, is just to talk about how your program went out into the community and decided to start helping some of the people. So can one of the players just talk about where that all started and how it started, just to get us going on that topic?
My dad is really close friends with Ken Klemensick because of the fire department, and when he heard that Ken's basement had started flooding, he immediately was trying to get me and our whole team to go help clean up, because he does so much for the community just by taking pictures with all the varsity sports teams and posting them online for free. So it felt really good to give back and help him out, because he's a really big part of our community at Hudson.
All right, so that was really the start.
Yeah.
Parker, did it grow from there? I know you went to his basement, but how many other kids and families were you involved with?
We went and helped 2 other families, and it kind of it kept rolling from there. We helped one guy who he's like ranked nationally in shot put, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
And his basement was wet. I mean, you predict it. And so we helped move these big couches up and around and through the doorways and all that. And then later we helped Coach Bezdek, who is on the helping girls soccer.
Okay.
And his basement was pretty bad, lots of water, and navigating through the smell and stuff.
Okay. Coach, you had mentioned really it was players and families that instigated. You're leading these guys on the field, but it was a little bit of a different team. Do you want to just talk about how that all started?
Yeah, no, I'm just super proud of the boys, and also it's, I think the Hudson community, I mean, second to none, is so supportive of all the activities, extracurriculars, academics, and if anybody's in need, that's the great thing about Hudson community is there are multiple families, multiple people willing to jump in and help, and it's just a credit to our families. The program is great because of the families and the kids, just without even a thought. Like we had scrimmages on Saturday morning on the 10th, and it was a tough scrimmage, and after that they're all just willing and just wanting to go and help, and that's something that I'm super proud of. So the community and the families are second to none here.
Did you guys talk about as a team, when you were embarking upon this? Parker, you had mentioned family. Was there talk there about how this was just a big part of who you guys were as a group of kids, student athletes?
I think we've just been taught to help around the community and help become a bigger family than we are, and I feel like that has forced us to, or allowed us to help around the community and work with other people, even if it's not as convenient as we want. We dropped, as Coach said, we had a scrimmage before, and we sent out a team message on our app, and we're like, hey, let's help out. There's houses that need help with the flooding, and let's all volunteer and help and provide aid to the community. And it was great. Great turnout, about 16, 17 soccer players just helping her out, carrying wet wood panels from the flooring and clearing out their basements, and it was pretty nice.
So, Andrew, I just want to talk about being there with teammates and in someone's home, and what was going through your mind in terms of the group doing something really positive for people and some of the experiences that you guys discussed as teammates?
It was just really heartwarming to see us all come together, because at that point in the season we weren't that close because school hadn't started and we hadn't started training every day. But coming together outside of soccer was really nice for me, because it saw that everyone had that initiative and wanted to help and give back. Because it was really sad, because as we were driving through to go to Coach Bezdek's house in Hudson Park Estates, every single house had a dumpster out back, throwing away tons of memories and stuff. And it was really, really sad, but it was just heartwarming to me seeing all the people come together to help out big people in the community.
We talked a little bit before this today just about the culture and climate of boys soccer, and what coaches instilled and your families have instilled in you guys together. This is all about life lessons. Our goal when you guys leave us is that you've really prepared yourself for life as much as possible. What does something like this do for a young person, and how important do you think things like this are to kids as they're getting ready to, I mean, you're both seniors, you're heading out into the real world and facing some of those battles. How do you think something like this, a community act, what do you think it can teach you? Let's start with Andrew.
I feel like it can really help you learn that leadership role that you might need later on in life, and being able to kind of put yourself out of your comfort zone. I think is really beneficial, especially helping people that you might not know that well, and just seeing a smile come on their face afterwards would be.
Yeah, you mentioned two really important things. One is getting outside of your comfort level, super important in life. And then, putting a smile on someone's face that you don't know. It's not always easy for us to go and help people that we do not know. Parker, how about you, just in terms of life lessons here?
I think it shows that there's always going to be someone there for you, especially in your community, and helping provide that is really cool to see. And then also, like, even if the situation seems bad, you can get a lot out of it. So I remember there's team members, like we have inside jokes as a team, yelling corner or behind, carrying all the wet, sopping stuff. And so you can try to make the most out of your situations, even when they don't seem like that good.
Yeah. Coach, what do you do with a situation like this where you've watched your kids bond together like this, help our community? How do you take something like that and use that as part of your season? It's huge. Just all these little things that culminate into, what it takes to be successful, not just on the field, but in the classroom and everything else, but in all these little situations and experiences that they have of, like you said, life lessons, these life lessons of always trying to go out of your way to help and those in need, because at the end of the day, it really puts things in perspective. And soccer's an important part of their lives, but when they look around and they're helping this, they're going to get more fulfillment out of what they're doing, and at the end of the day, it's just going to make them better people. We sometimes lose sight of it. All of us love to win, and so far we've done that every single game this year, but we know tough games await us. And so some of these life experiences really help us in moments that are tough. Just want to say I'm super proud of you guys. The whole district is super proud of the program. What's in front of us over the next month from a soccer standpoint? Keep battling and growing.
Yeah, for sure. It's we get into the bulk of our league schedule. We have a big one in Twinsburg next week, and that's kind of a focus, is just trying to get better every day, every game, every practice. So
yeah, I'm assuming as two seniors, your team leaders. What's the message to teammates right now? It seems like you guys are having fun, which is really important in high school athletics. But what's the message to teammates right now as you're continuing on in this season?
Not to be complacent. Like, it's very easy to get ahead of yourself after a couple big wins like what we've had so far, but you want to keep trying to reach a higher goal and keep pushing to get better and better each day.
Awesome.
And then our senior motto this year is Together We Achieve.
Okay.
So we are accepting the fact that we win, we lose, we tie as a team. Hopefully it's win, obviously, but and everyone has an impact on their role and stepping up when we have injuries or anything. Scoring our freshmen scored 2 goals on against Stowe the other day, and that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. I had a rival coach tell me I need to get a warm jacket for a November run. Tournaments are a different monster. We can't always control everything, but we just want to wish you the best of luck. Keep having fun this year. And I especially just want to say thanks for stepping outside of the soccer world and helping our families and helping our community during a really difficult time. And Coach, thanks for your time today, all your work with our boys. We're so appreciative of all of our coaches that give back to our kids. And thanks to you guys for being here.
Thank you.
And up next, we meet up with 2 of our Eastwoods Intermediate siblings, Brady and Brooklyn Yazwiak, along with their mom Jennifer, to learn more about Rake for ALS and how you can get involved with this important fundraiser. Hi everyone, welcome back. We are standing outside at Eastwoods Intermediate. We have 3 amazing guests with us today. Brooke, who's terrified to be here, but we're so glad to have her, her mom Jen, and Brady. Brooke is a 3rd grader here at Eastwoods. Brady, one of our 5th graders. Brady obviously has hit his growth spurt. I'm still waiting to hit mine. He probably has a long ways to go. We're so glad to have you guys here. We're here today knowing what awaits us in Northeast Ohio. We've already seen some leaves starting to fall, and we know over the next month what we're in for. And we have a family here who has started a leaf raking business. Clayton Rakes really as a foundation to raise money for ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, and it's why we invited them today. So Jen, can you just talk to us a little bit about Chris, who lost his battle to ALS, and how all of this came about and how it's gone national?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So our dad, Chris, was diagnosed with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's, about 4 years ago. And unfortunately, this is a disease that has no cure, no treatment really. And so we were left feeling like, what can we do for our dad to help him while he's sick? And Brady and Brooke thought, okay, what can we do? What is something that Dad really likes to do? And Dad always loved to do yard work. He had a landscaping business when he was young. So we thought, well, we'll just start raking leaves and we'll ask for donations for ALS research and see where that goes. So Brady came up with the name Clayton Rakes. It's the street we live on, and that's essentially how it started. Was let's just rake some leaves, and hope that people will kind of buy into the movement. And 4 years later, here we are. It's now gone national, which is super exciting, and we're trying to form teams around the country to do just this. We were linked to this incredible organization called ALS TDI. Okay. It's ALS, it's the Therapy Development Institute. It's the only research facility in the country, and I think actually in the world, that just focuses on research for ALS. It was started by a family who lost their son to ALS, and it moved us, and we thought, well, where else is a better place to put these dollars? So we linked up with them, and we started asking for donations online, and then when we rake, and the first year we raised $60,000, and we were like, wow, we could have never imagined the amount of support from our community, and just even people near and far, people who just heard about us and wanted to help. So we felt like this is the greatest way to help our dad when he was sick, and he passed away in January, and now it's, to me and our children, the greatest way we can live out his legacy.
We're going to talk about the national level in just a couple of minutes, even more. But Brady, I want to go to you. Did this all start off to you like you grabbed a couple of buddies from Hudson and went out and started raking leaves? Were you on your own? Just tell us how all of this started and what were some of your first moves with this.
Well, my dad loved raking. That's like all he did. I feel like when he was younger. And I just had the idea of doing it, and I didn't expect my mom to just go all in for this. So I invited like 10 of my friends to do it with me, just in our neighborhood, and we raised $7,500 in the first week of doing it. So I wanted to keep on doing this, and I wanted to keep on helping ALS by just raking leaves on different streets in Hudson.
Yeah, sometimes there's nothing better than just grabbing some friends and getting to work to help other people, and you're really doing that. Brooke, you ready to go here? Let's talk about a day when you're out there raking and helping. What are you thinking about when you're out there raking someone's yard?
There's so many people.
So many people with you, or just that you're helping?
Just that I'm helping.
Awesome. So do you look forward to the raking? Is that something that you really enjoy doing?
Yes.
Awesome. So you're excited for this fall as well?
Tell them, what else do you run when we're there?
I run Clayton Cafe.
Okay, so tell us about that a little bit.
Clayton Cafe is like where you can get like snacks, but they're all free.
You can get snacks, but they're all free. Hopefully you're getting some donations with those snacks as well. Jen, you talked a little bit about the national level.
Yeah.
It started out as Clayton Rakes, and now it has exploded.
Yeah.
Just talk about the magnitude of how big it is, and
Yeah.
what that means to you and your family.
Yeah, it's what we truly could not have imagined it taking flight quite like this. But once we realized we had something going here, we thought, I linked up with ALS TDI, and we formed Rake for ALS, which now is a national fundraiser. So we're encouraging people to create their own teams across the country, and just do that, rake out ALS. We have to keep raking, we have to keep raising dollars for this disease that unfortunately is fatal and has no cure. It's hard to believe that in 2024, almost 90 years after Lou Gehrig passed away, we still don't have something. Yeah. And it's such a horrible disease. So we're just going to keep pushing forward and trying to make this as big as we can, and keep raising dollars for research.
It's so fantastic. Yeah. Brady, I see a lot in the district. We just happen to bump into each other quite a bit, but I also know you're involved in athletics in town. How are you finding time to go out and rake leaves? Are you doing it in the evening? Are you working on the weekends? How does that work?
I do it all on the weekend, so every weekend we'll go out and do it. I still don't know how we're able to rake leaves with all these sports I'm doing. It kind of seems impossible to me.
But you do it.
Yeah.
Jen, can you talk about, I know Brady just talked about $7,500 first week. Your first year was $60,000.
Yeah.
What are you hearing nationally about the financial contributions? And, you know, most importantly, all of it has to be making a dent. But are you hearing anything about the research and where we're heading with this?
Yeah, they've told us that it has allowed us, there are donations, especially even this year, which has been well over 100,000 this past year, has allowed them to move forward with some really important clinical trials that they feel are starting to kind of identify certainly the genes that might be involved in ALS. So I know we're making a difference. We actually were invited, the three of us, to go to ALS TDI's headquarters, which is in Boston this year. So we're going to go right in the height of raking season in October. So we'll get to take a tour of the facility and really get to see where our dollars are going to work. So it's exciting.
Have you guys been to Boston before?
No.
You'll love it.
We've
Fantastic. So are you planning on operating the food again this fall?
Yeah.
Can you tell everyone what's the hottest item when people come? What do they like the most?
Probably the donuts.
Ooh, it's hard to pass up a good donut. So for anyone in Hudson or, you know, anyone that sees this, how can they get involved in Clayton Rakes or ALS funding? Let's say they want this guy to come over and rake their lawn. What's the best way for that to occur?
Well, the best way is definitely through social media. Or our email. So Clayton Rakes or at Clayton Rakes, you can find us on Instagram. We're always posting when our next raking opportunity is. There's also links in our bio for where they can go directly to make a donation, or if they want to create their own team. We encourage anyone, even in Hudson if they want to. The more leaves we can rake, the more yards we can get to, just the more impact we feel we can have. So the more the merrier.
That's fantastic. I told Jen yesterday when we talked, we have so many families in our great community that are doing wonderful things. And they are here as a representative for all of the causes that we're fighting for as part of being a great school district and a great school community. We have a lot of people that are standing up for things. So we have a deep appreciation for you guys being here today. It's probably time for these guys to get back to school and back to studies, but we're thankful for them getting out of class for a few minutes just to meet with us. And again, hopefully, if you're watching, we've connected in some way, and if you have interest in help, then at Clayton Rakes on social media, and you can always call us at the school district too if you have any questions. Again, thanks to all of you for being here, and we hope everyone has a great day.